Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Holy Happy Hour, your Catholic nightcap. Grab a drink, get comfortable, and join us as we wind down the day with good conversation and deeper faith. Whether you're sipping whiskey, tea, or something in between, this is your space to reflect, laugh, and grow closer to Christ, one Holy Happy Hour at a time. I am super excited to be with you guys. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps support the channel and everything we're doing. So yeah, if you love the lightheartedness of this, if you love the energy that comes with it and everything, please subscribe. But let's first pour a drink for another great episode. It is Thursday night, which means another episode is airing, and we're going to be talking about the faith. And today, I just got this. I just got it. It was great. It's Elijah Craig, small batch, just Kentucky bourbon. Yeah, it's a great, easy drink. I don't know what you guys are drinking tonight. You guys can comment below. The big thing that we do with the show. So now, when you comment below, this is the easiest way. Comment what you're drinking today, and cheers, by the way. We're giving away a free Holy Happy Hour shirt every single month. So comment on the videos, and as you comment, you'll be entered into win for every comment. So if you comment on the last video, you can comment on this video, comment on the next video. We're going to enter you into the drawing. We'll do a big giveaway on the very last episode of this month, which is whatever the last Thursday of this month is. So cheers to you guys. Oh man, it's been a while since I've had this. Oh, it's great. Okay, so we're going to jump in today's episode. This week, I had an amazing opportunity to go down to the Newlywed and Engaged Mass. The diocesan and Bishop Condola mainly spearheaded this event where they really wanted to make sure that they're pouring into engaged couples and those that have been married for 0 to 5 years. Make sure to give them a special blessing after Mass, and then provide a little get together, a little reception afterwards, and provide a place where they can meet each other, they can mingle, hopefully create lasting, authentic friendships, but also a place where we could show them resources that we have. And I was honored that they asked me to come and set up my table, set up the podcast, and it was a lot of fun. We got to talk to a bunch of great couples, and you're going to see later in this episode. I came up with 4 questions, and I couldn't help myself, but 2 of them are great. They're great, like things that you learned about your marriage, or what are you looking forward to the most about your marriage? Super, yeah, you're going to hear some great answers. And then I just couldn't help myself but to throw in some crazy questions in there as well. So you guys are going to catch all that in just a moment. But like I like to start every episode, and so I love to start with what's been going on in my prayer life. And it's been awesome. If you guys have been attending Mass regularly, especially going to the daily Masses, we have been hearing and walking with Moses recently. And I love Moses. I love the story. I love the realness that he gives. And there was something in particular from Monday's readings that really stood out to me. And during one of my holy hours, I was just really drawn to that. And I was like, that's what I want to share this week for today's kind of reflection before we get into the fullness of the episode. And I love that Moses, again, was so real with God, and he was so loyal to him that he got to these points, though, where he kind of doubted like God's plan. And I want to just start by reading this, and it's from the book of Numbers. And it is in chapter 11. It's verses 4 through 15. It's towards the very, very end. My guess, I've got my Magnificat, so it doesn't have the verses in there. But my guess it's like 11 or 12 through 15. But it says right here, "Why do you treat your servant so badly?" Moses asked the Lord. "Why are you so displeased with me that you burden me with all this people? Was it I who conceived all this people? Or was it I who gave them birth, that you tell me to carry them at my bosom? Like a foster father carrying an infant to the land you have promised under oath to their fathers? Where can I get meat to give all these people? For they are crying to me, 'Give us meat for our food.' I cannot carry all this people by myself, for they are too heavy for me. If this is the way you will deal with me, then please do me the favor of killing me at once, so that I no longer face this distress." And that was the first reading from Mass. And something just stood with me. Like, that's, I feel like a little extreme. I don't think I've ever gotten to a point in my life that I'm like, "Lord, what are you doing? Why are you making me go through this? Please, just if this is what you have for me, just kill me now." Never gone that far. I don't recommend going that far. But I feel like we've all had those moments of "Lord, what's happening?" And I've done an episode on this before. I'll tag it in the description. But I actually had a moment like this in my life not too long ago. We're less than a year away from it still. In November 20th of 2024. Yeah. I unfortunately lost my son to a stillbirth, and it was a miscarriage. But the miscarriage happened at week 21, and it was so hard. It was so rough. And when they said there's no heartbeat, I just kept praying. I was like, God, you can bring this out. Like when the nurse is going to come back, they're going to check one more time. They're going to say, oh my gosh, there's a heartbeat, or they're going to induce the labor, and the baby's going to be born, and it's going to be alive. And there's just so much like miraculous things I know you can do, and I believe that it can happen. But it didn't. It didn't happen. You can see the full story in the link below. But yeah, we lost our son, lost Elijah, which actually that's awesome. That's great. Elijah Craig, talking about Elijah tonight. But we lost our son. His name's Elijah. We named him Elijah Joseph, and it was rough. Like we delivered him and everything. We got to hold him, which was beautiful. It was awful at the time, but so beautiful as well. Kind of our own Pieta moment. Mary holding Jesus after the cross. We had this own moment with our own son. But that was the one time where I had felt like Moses, where I was very much just sitting there like, God, why are you doing this? Like, why would you send me through this? And if it wasn't for the people I've walked with, specifically my good friend Branson, who had helped me walk in and establish a good prayer life, and I'd continue to kind of go deeper into my faith, I don't think that I would have come out of that. I think I may have been more like Moses in that just kill me now. Like what, why are you doing this? But I wasn't. I was established in my prayer life, and I understood that even through this tragedy, that some good could come of it. No, granted, this wasn't in the hospital. It wasn't like he was born and we held him and he was gone. But then we were like, man, but so much good's going to come out of this. It definitely was not like that at all. It was weeks later that we started thinking that. But I had a beautiful moment with our priest, Father Elkin, who actually came up and visited us after he was born. We got to share just kind of our feelings with him, and he kind of pulled me aside and told me that when you are ready, share this. Because specifically from a man's point, there are going to be people in the parish that have gone through this and they've never talked about it in their life. Sure enough, I shared it at a retreat and had so many people text me, stop me in the hall, just say like, I'm so glad you shared that. I've gone through the same thing. If you ever need anybody, I'm here. And I've had other people that are like, I actually went through the same thing. I never told anybody about it. And it's eaten me up inside all the time. So then I got to be there for that person. But I realized really fast that I wasn't alone. And even to this day, when we pray, the blesses the Lord and these gifts which we are about to receive from the benefit of Christ the Lord. Amen. And we say, and may the souls of all the faithfully departed to the mercy of God rest in peace, especially our friends and family. And then we say St. Francis Mary, which is our first miscarriage. We say St. Elijah Joseph, and they say pray for us and the baby. If you didn't know, pray for my wife. She is currently pregnant right now. We're at week 17, something like that. But so we'll say pray for us and the baby. So we have these two beautiful saints in heaven that are able to pray for our family and specifically the baby. I know that Elijah is up there, and as much as he's like, I wish I could be with you guys, but at the same time, he's just in just with God and just in full communion with him. I know that this beautiful picture, I always imagine Mary just holding him, Mary holding him as an infant. They're like him up there and Mary just holding him as an infant. It's like, what better place to be than there? I would love to be holding you myself. What better place to be there and then praying for our family currently. But that stood out to me, that there probably are times where we've gotten like that we've gotten to this point where it's just like, God, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing in my life right now? And again, I don't recommend ever going as far as Moses went to like, just kill me now. If it's your will, just take me out now. But I do recommend what my good friend Branson did with me is to be pushing and pushing for a deeper prayer life and helping others push and push for a deeper prayer life. Because I know now that if I wouldn't have been prepared, I wouldn't have been able to handle it as well. And knowing now that I need to be prepared now for any future tragedy that could come in the future. And so I need to constantly be praying. I need to constantly be seeking out Jesus. And when we had this initial kind of that charisma message, that proclamation of Jesus and living with Jesus as the center of your life from Peter, I think about that a lot now. And especially throughout the day. Now, I work at a parish. I'm a missionary. I know that my schedule and my life and my place of work is a little bit easier to do so. But truly living with Jesus as the center of my life, with everything I do, thinking about Jesus, it makes it a lot easier to go to that restaurant and open the door for that next person, or smile at the kids and wave, or say something nice to the person, help the person that drops something on the ground, whatever it is. Just living with Jesus as the center of my life. Has been something that I've just continued to grow stronger with through this tragedy that happened. I feel like now that we incorporate him as part of our life still, and that we didn't quite go as far as Moses did, but we still went through those tough times, because we were able to stay tethered to Jesus and stay tethered to a relationship there. I was able to continue to I don't know, just continue to I guess survive is the word I want to live for. I was able to survive through that tragedy. I know I just need to make it through. It's going to be sad for a very long time. Actually, this picture right here was given to us. It's Jesus holding a baby that was given to us after the miscarriage, and so it was just a beautiful moment. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because, like, again, not so you guys can be like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you. I'm so sorry. Like, it is what it is. It happened. We have moved forward, and we have these beautiful saints in heaven that pray for our family now, which is so amazing. Like, that's such a great gift. But continue to pray for my wife, who is currently pregnant, because we need it. We need it very, very bad. We do not want to go through it again. Like, I know that our prayer, like, we're preparing our prayer life, and we are ready for any tragedy. And we know that when tragedy hits, we'll run to Jesus and not run away, not get mad. But we know how easy it is to do the opposite. So that is my thoughts for you guys for today. I hope you guys got something out of that. The Magnificat is what I read from. If you guys are interested in this, these are super, super cheap, and they're at any Catholic bookstore or anything that you guys can find, or you can order them online. We have a little subscription, which is great. So with this, another way in your life, maybe sometimes, that you can kind of feel like Moses, like, God, what are you doing, is maybe within your marriage. And what better way to just transition into this than is to go in to some people that are so early in their marriages. Maybe they're not even married yet. Some of them are engaged. Some of them have been married for it's 5 years or less was the cutoff. But these couples are just so beautiful. It's so cool to see them answering these questions. There's a couple of them, like when you see them answering, I love seeing the husband look at the wife when the wife's answering, or vice versa. The way they look at each other is so amazing. It just reminds me that we need to constantly be dating our wives, our spouses, husbands, whoever it is, whoever's listening. We need to be constantly dating our spouse, and we need to be constantly trying to live out those days. It was very easy when you're in this honeymoon phase. You're learning all about each other, but then you move in together and you start living with each other. It is so much harder. It's easier to sometimes feel like Moses there. And so listening to these couples was great. And so we're going to kick it to our next segment, which is actually at the diocesan Newlywed and Engaged Mass. I don't know why I can't. That's such a tongue twister. I always mess that up. But the Newlywed and Engaged Mass. And then there's a special message from our bishop from the Diocese of Tulsa, Bishop Condola. So I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for letting me share and enjoy these interviews with some of these amazing couples.
Hi, my name is Molly. This is my husband, Trevor, and we have been married a little over a year.
My name is Nathan. This is my wife, Sophia, and our daughter, Olivia. We've been married for 1.5 years, and she is 6 months and 2 weeks old.
I'm Samantha Gormley, and I'm here with my husband, Dylan Smith. We're parishioners at St. Mary's in Tulsa.
All right, guys, we're going to get into some questions. We got 4 of them for you. So we're going to start with number 1 is, what is the weirdest habit that your spouse has? Let's keep it civil. We don't want to start any fights, but what's the weirdest habit that your spouse has? We all have them. What are they?
Okay. I would say when he's sleeping or when he's about to fall asleep, I always know when he's asleep because he like jerks and spazzes really hardcore, and I don't know. It's pretty funny. So
I would say her weirdest habit is probably snorting when she laughs, or maybe just never finishing leftovers that we put in the fridge. Takeout meals, they never get eaten.
Picking up dirty pennies off of the street.
I like pennies.
I think that his is probably that he bites his thumbnail off instead of cutting it. Every time. I don't think I've ever seen you cut your fingernail.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Probably starting about 20 books at the same time and then not finishing them.
It just takes me years.
Yeah, no. How long did it take you on The Constant Gardener? Almost 2 years?
Literally over 2 years.
Yeah. And, we're working on it, but it's, switching to audiobooks definitely helps.
Nice. Now, does he have any weird habits?
Yes. I would say it's just leaving his socks like helter-skelter all over the house. Like, I found them in the car, the laundry room, the bathroom, like on the couch, in the bed. Like, they're everywhere. Like how does one person go through so many socks?
Yeah, I'm right there. One time she borrowed one of my jackets, reached into the pocket and just looks at me and just pulls her hand out slowly. And there are 2 pairs of crumpled socks in the pocket. And she just goes...
All right, those are great. Question 2. Let's get a little bit more serious on this one. Question 2, what's the best marriage advice that you ever got or have gotten so far before getting married?
I think I would say always speak highly or speak well of your spouse to others, even your closest friends. Always, speaking highly of your spouse.
I guess I would say just be patient. If something happens that upsets you, try not to be quick to react. Reflect, be calm, and then just talk in a calm way with each other, something like that.
Okay, what would be your contribution?
Okay, so at our engagement retreat, actually, Bishop Conderla told us, have kids early and often. And I think that's some of the best advice that we've received, to just have that faith and go for it, clearly.
Awesome.
Yes.
And that can be both ages.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Always pay attention to what's going on in your spouse's life. Especially at work, and for Catholic men entering into marriage, understanding what's going on with NFP, like all the steps that your wife has to do. You don't always have to help. You don't always have to fix it. But if you understand it and can have an intelligent conversation about it, that will help your spouse by giving her someone to actually talk to about it.
I'm doing a coin toss in my head. There's 2 that I've got, so I'll let you pick your favorite. One was like, don't aim to meet your partner at 50%, aim for 100. And then whenever you have a bad day, can only give 30. If he's aiming for 100 and he gets to 70, you've made the 100 total. So don't aim for 50%, aim for 100 at any given day in all things, because you're going to fall flat. But if you're aiming for 100, you're going to balance each other out and catch each other. And then my great uncle at our wedding, he stole the mic and made an impromptu speech, and he kept his advice really sweet and to the point, but just say I love you, say thank you, say I'm sorry. And those, it's simple, but it's covers most of life's bumps and, makes things better at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome. I always love the beautiful advice, and sometimes advice is unwarranted, but it's still beautiful. It's great. Okay, next question. If you were on a team that's trying to survive the zombie apocalypse, what would be your skill or your talent that would help the team survive?
I don't have much for this question, but maybe I would just say we have a 3-month-old daughter, and I think I've gotten really good at being really quiet, like for when she's sleeping. And so if we were in a room full of, I don't know if zombies sleep, but if we're in a room full of sleeping zombies and we need to be quiet, I think I could be the person to move around and stuff.
I have very little to offer. I have no mechanical skills or farming skills or really anything whatsoever. I've seen a lot of zombie movies, so I think I've learned what not to do. But unless they needed like a teacher or something, it's pretty much over. No medical advice, nothing. Yeah.
You're very smart and strategic. You could bring that for sure.
I have nothing.
Timber supply specialty.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cutting down trees. And
I used to work in forestry, so I know everything there is to know about trees at this point.
You have the most useful skill so far.
I'd probably just be morale. I'm really good at keeping people happy and together, which is important.
Lateral thinking and creative problem-solving skills.
Okay.
I think I'd be the person just being like, hey, you're good at this. Like, highlight, like, I don't know what skill I would specifically give, but just like the emotional coach, I guess, or like just be like, hey, if this does end poorly, we're gonna go to heaven, guys. Like it'll all be over soon.
Well, you're basically a social worker. You'd be kind of the person going, okay, everybody just let's calm down, and keeping the group from tearing itself apart.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it. All right, I don't agree. I think some of you guys do have a skill, and if you don't have a skill, you probably should just be given a weapon and say, hey, point and shoot, or grab and swing. But, okay. So, and then the final question, what are you guys most looking forward to about the future of your marriage, or as you continue in your marriage?
I don't know. I think I've already just seen the fruits of marriage and marriage as a vocation. And just how I think it's growing me as a person and in holiness. So I guess just for my further formation, and then also just to go along with our daughter and just creating a family together and seeing, how that goes. And,
Yeah, mine would just be to having more kids and watching them grow up and doing all the things parents do with their kids, having big family get-togethers in the future. That's probably what I'm looking forward to most.
Awesome.
Kid number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2. Easy enough.
Yeah. We got this.
Awesome.
I'm just excited and curious to see how we grow and change. We have a 5-month-old daughter at home, and just like how we dive into parenting and like how our spousal relationship, it's hard being a parent, but just like what fruits we gain as individuals and as a couple from being parents, and just, every day is a new adventure, and just what that's going to look like.
I'm kind of torn between two things. Like, one is just married you because I like doing things with you, and I like working through problems and with you, and it's just amazing getting to have somebody you love this much that you get to work on life with. It's just really sweet knowing that I've got somebody who's got my back and who's going to love me through the problems instead of just around the problems.
Well, thank you guys for entertaining these crazy questions that come to my head sometimes, and the sentimental ones as well. But thank you guys so much. It was so great to hear from you guys. And I wanted to pass this on. I got the pleasure to have Bishop Condola actually record a message for us as well, kind of on the purpose of this whole marriage retreat. So, Bishop Condola, we'll send it over to you.
Howdy, friends. This is Bishop David Condola. Today we had our first annual Mass for engaged couples and newly married couples, something that we intend to do every year going forward. Of course, marriage, as we spoke about today at the Mass, is a sacrament of hope. Couples who get married it's as if they're launching an arrow into the future by God's grace. They're launching this arrow all the way till death do us part. And then they spend their lives moving forward to recover the arrow. And so they become apostles of hope in the world, people who understand that hope is not the same as wish. Hope is an active virtue in which the person who has hope takes steps every day to move towards the things they hope for. And that's what married couples do. Every day, enriching the world by the gift of their hope as they move forward with the vocation that God has graced them with. So blessings to all of you who are engaged or newly married or who are considering marriage as a vocation. And maybe we'll see you at one of our future masses in the years to come. God bless you all.
Awesome. Thank you, Bishop Condola, for those amazing words. I always love your analogies and the way you like take something and put it so simply, put it in a way that just really makes sense of like, oh, I've never thought about it that way. So the whole arrow and going and getting it, I love it. So I hope you guys love that. I love talking to these new couples. That's the first time I've ever set up all this equipment outside of my house. And it was a lot easier than I thought. If you liked it, comment below, because remember that comment also gets you entered into the drawing for the free Holy Happy Hour shirt. But comment below. if you liked that kind of content, if you want to see me out in public more, because we got tons here in Tulsa and in local kind of nearby places that we can go to as well. So we're going to close it with our final segment, which is our business promotion, our business shout out, free promotion. What, I don't know what we're going to call it, but this company is great. This company does an amazing job of bringing the Catholic faith and making it beautiful. And it is definitely targeted towards women. So I don't know why I love it so much, but probably because these beautiful women making beautiful products for beautiful women and helping them grow closer in this beautiful relationship with Jesus is probably why. But it is called Blessed is She. And so some of you guys have actually probably heard of this company, but this is the group right here. Oh, let me get rid of this. If you want to join their, it looks like their email list. You guys fill it out there. But Blessed is She looks like such an amazing company. So they have a little bit of everything. Honestly, I kind of look at this company as like it's a lifestyle. It's not just a place where it's like, oh, cool, looks like they got books and look like stickers and the cups and whatever these are on the right, soaps or something, but it truly is like a lifestyle. And then I started scrolling down when I was looking at it, and then I saw this. What is Blessed is She? The community we're building is deeper than friendship. We desire to vulnerably share who we are and what God has done in our lives so that you can too. It's not about us, it's all about Him. And I love that. Cultivate community. Exactly. That's what I was like. I thought. And so when I thought of this company, that's what I thought of. I thought of not just a company trying to sell stuff and not trying to just make money, but truly trying to create a culture, a community. And it's not like you're just another customer, but you truly are joining the community when you get involved. And so they've got tons of these like great, like 10 years building prayers and community, 2,000 women leading groups, which is amazing. So obviously I'm a huge small group person. I think everyone should be in a small group. 800 plus blessed brunches hosted internationally. That sounds amazing. This is awesome. We need a Blessed is He. 2,000 women in the membership community. Like it's amazing. So it's a lot of women coming together. It looks like this is where you can see some of the maybe conferences or the things that they put on. But it is just such an amazing company. They even do stuff like this, the 2025 Eucharistic Summit, which kind of is a virtual summit about the Eucharist. And I love this because they have all these great conferences you can go to, but having something accessible for everybody across the entire country, like right there, you can learn more and register using that link, but just something that's so easy to plug into. I think this is so great. So go on and check them out. Go on and check them out. Here's everything that's new, some of the pricing and stuff in there, but go and check them out because I'm telling you right now, I've heard of this company before and I absolutely love it. So we are going to stop sharing that screen real fast. But even better than last time, I just shared the link as well. But I actually have something from theirs that I stole from my wife. And so this is the Blessed is She Bible. So it's this beautiful Bible, amazing leather. On the front, it says, the words I have spoken to you are spirit and life. John 6:63. I love this. Blessed is She is on the back. It's the NRSV Catholic edition. And then my wife even said that even these tabs, which, man, you can't quite see them. It's a little too bright. But these tabs that are just absolutely beautiful. They are white. And then they're kind of engraved a little bit. Like you can kind of feel it that they're like pressed in there. And then they kind of shimmer. Like they shine gold. It's just so clean. Again, beautiful products for like just these beautiful women that want to grow in their faith. And so this is so amazing. And my wife got this quite a while ago. And this is the one she still uses to this day. I actually took out a whole bunch of papers before I started recording this. So babe, I'm sorry if I messed that up, but you'll find it. But I love this. I love this product that you guys should definitely go and check out. Blessed is She. So they are our business of the week. Maybe that's what we should call it. The business of the week. Business of the week. A Catholic business that is truly running a business with Catholic culture, like running a business truly the Catholic way. I love what they are doing. It is so great. And so tag them in this, send this to them if you know them. I would love for them to know about it. I personally will send them the link as well. I want them to know that like how much I love their products and share this episode with them as well. But for you guys, one more time, don't forget to like and comment, subscribe. Again, the comment gets you entered in the giveaway. The like and the subscription and the comments as well also helps us just grow the channel, help us to reach more people that maybe don't know much about Jesus, maybe they don't know much about the Catholic faith, and we would love to introduce them in very comfortable way. We want to also cultivate a great community, Catholic community here online, that you also may want to grab a drink and just enjoy, like I said at the beginning, a nightcap with us, a Catholic nightcap at the end of the day, to just round up the day, to grow in our faith, to end the day by not watching whatever the news is saying, or not watching some TV that's just endlessly melting your mind. And trust me, I know all about it because I do it all the time. But we are truly just putting ourselves into a place where we can grow in our faith. And so I encourage you to live out that charisma message of living with Jesus in the center of your life. Continue to proclaim Jesus as your Lord and Savior. And we are going to see you guys next week. I am so glad if you made it to this point, and thank you for supporting the channel. We are praying for you each and every day. I'm going to offer my rosary for every one of you subscribers today. So hit that subscribe button and be included on that rosary tomorrow. We will talk to you soon, and have a great night.